My villain era has been going on for 15 years.
Oh, it's still going.
It's still going, and it'll go for as long as it needs to. Because 15 years ago, my mother became a born-again Christian, and we had to become estranged because I'm queer, and there just wasn't any respect there for it. And that was hard, and I don't say that lightly. I'm an only child. I'm first generation American. My mom is Caribbean from Trinidad, moved here when she was 8. I was raised by her and my grandmother, who also passed 15 years ago. And so this kind of all triggered what happened. And I had to make a really big decision in my early 20s, which was, do I maintain this relationship with my mother that hurts and squash who I am, shrink who I am so that I can fit into the idea that she wants me to be? Because, Black folks, especially Korean Black folks, like, your child is your child forever. They could be 40, 50, 60, and they're still your child. And so there's this tendency to feel like you owe your parent the version of yourself that they want you to be. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be free. I wanted to be happy. I wanted to have a shot at living a big, expansive, loving, compassionate life. And so that meant setting up a boundary. It meant setting up a guardrail. And that guardrail was, we can't have a relationship. If every conversation is going to be about me marrying a woman, if every conversation is about saving my soul, every conversation is going to call me a sin, then that we can't have these conversations anymore. We can't have this relationship anymore. And I say that with ease now because it's been 15 years, but it's still devastating. But if that makes me a villain, which I know it does in her mind, then I am happy to be that villain, because what I've gained on this side of it is a freedom that is unmatched. What I've gained on this side of it is love and community that is unmatched. I wouldn't be sitting here across from you having this conversation if I didn't make that decision, if I wasn't in my villain era, if you will.
Wow. That was a lot for me to absorb. Because I think that most of us who are Black, and not to diminish anybody else's race experience. I mean, I'm Black, so I can talk from the Black experience.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a story for me a bit. And you've met my mother.
Yes.
And my mother loves the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And when we did the special for Logo that we, were nominated for, she came and it was very emotional. The piece was very emotional.
So emotional.
I held myself together because I would have wept.
Oh, we were weeping for you.
I know y'all were weeping.
We were weeping.
I was so, but I cried. But I was like, I can't do this on TV. I can't do this. They can't see me so soft. But it took a while for that to get there.
Yeah.
Watching that, did it give you hope?
Yeah, it was so beautiful to watch that, and obviously for me very personal, because of the experience that I have, and so when your mother was talking about that time, and y'all coming back together, it's like, oh, that has always been the hope, but I realized that I can't spend my life or build my life around that hope. I have to let it be what it is so that I can go live how I need to live and be who I need to be. And then if that relationship comes back, it comes back authentically, because I'm not shape-shifting myself to make that dream come true. I'm being my full authentic self. And then if my mother decides, hey, like, I see it and I still want this relationship, or I want this relationship, then there's a real bridge that we can build towards each other. But if I am moving from a space that, like, one day, like, there was a point where I thought I would have kids, and I was like, oh, when I have kids, then my mom will want to be in their life, and so then this will heal. The reality is I don't want kids, but the idea of having kids stayed with me for so long because there was part of me that thought, oh, that will fix it. That will heal us. And so if I did go ahead and have kids, I would have been in a very inauthentic relationship with myself. I would have been a parent which I didn't want to be, but it would have been to create this relationship. And then it still would have been built on something false. So the best thing I could do for myself is to be as authentic to myself and as true to myself as I can, live as free as I can, talk my shit as loud as I can. And then if my mother says, yes, I still want to be part of that, then beautiful. And if not, I have to make peace with the fact that that's a relationship that won't exist.